Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back to Construct Your Life. Wednesday Rant here, Austin Linney, coming to you from Denver, Colorado. One of the things I'm going to talk about today is energy. What you focus on is what you attract. And people don't understand that it's the energy that you're putting out in this world and the views that you're putting on this world is the reason that you're getting back what you're receiving. And what I mean by that is that if you put out positivity and you put out good things in this world and you give to charities and you do all these things, you'd be amazed the doors that will open up to you. And it's really as simple as that. There's not to get woo-woo on you, but there's energy levels on how you vibrate. And in my younger days, a lot of my energies got me in the room. What I mean by that is my aggressiveness, my enthusiasm got me in the room. But there is also over energy, right? That turns you off to certain people. And it wasn't until I started operating on a different vibration, meaning a little more calm, a little more confident, that it truly allowed me to step into who I was as a person and be a little more centered, right? And so what I mean by that is that energy is everything. And so enthusiasm, zest for life, all these things wrapped up into one become a person. And so, with everything that we have going on right now and the uncertainty and different times and the economy and all these things, what you project is kind of what is brought into your world. And so if you choose to turn off the news, if you choose to turn off the politicians, if you choose to wake up every day and be grateful for everything that's in front of you, and meaning that regardless if you don't have a job, regardless if you do have a job, regardless if you're a millionaire, regardless if you have no money at all, because everybody that I know around me is thriving right now. And it's because they're choosing their energy. They're choosing their direction that they're putting their focus in, and they're doubling down on learning more. They're doubling down on relationships. They're doubling down on family time. And by doing this, it allows you to really be grateful and sit in the fact of the things that bring the best energy towards you. And when you project out positivity and you project out, I thrive and no matter what happens, that allows the universe to open up the doors for you and to shove it back in your face 20 times over. And, I did not think that, in the last 90 days, I would get a divorce, I would lose my job, I would move states, all these things, right? So much uncertainty, sell a house, give a house away, all these things. But it's because I choose the energy that I wake up every morning. It's because I choose the choices and the people that I'm around that I have never been happier in my entire life. And it truly is the energy that you bring to the day. And so I'm asking you simply check your energy. And more importantly, if your energy is not there, respect it enough to take a day off, to put down the book, to not study more, right? Like understand that your energy is telling you to shut the F down, slow down. But if it's telling you to push forward, then keep pushing forward. But so many times we have goals, we have things that we want to accomplish tomorrow. I'm going to let you in on a secret. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Investing is fucking long. It sucks. It's weird. It changes. The market changes. Things change. You lose money. You lose jobs. You lose everything. But if you choose to wake up every day and get 1% better, and you choose to wake up every day and be grateful that the sun came up, your kids have a roof over their head, and you choose the energy that you step into the room, every room you step into, meaning your bathroom, your bedroom, the networking event, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's a choice. And how you show up is how you show up after showing up. That's one of my favorite sayings. And everybody, when I walk into a effing room, everybody knows that I'm there because I show up and there's some times where I'm not feeling it, but what I'll do is I'll stop for 5 minutes and meditate before I walk into the room. I'll choose the mental state I'm going to show up in. And more importantly, this is the biggest key. And this has taken me so long to understand that I will just let's say I have a call in an hour and I'm in a bad mood, or it's been a bad day, or I'm just not in the right frame. In the past, I would have just taken the call and mailed it in. I won't do that anymore. If I'm not feeling it, I'll simply say, hey, I'm not feeling it right now. Do you mind if we reschedule? And that is a huge choice, because you've chosen that you're only going to show up in a scenario in the right energy. Think about that. If you're a people pleaser, which 90% of the people I know are people pleasers, you show up and you show up awkward, right? And that's to a date, to a job interview, to a real estate meetup, whatever that is. But if you're not feeling it, then don't do it. I don't understand why it took me 38 years to understand that, because it matters, right? Because that might be the one phone call that changes your life, right? Or it might be the one phone call that you've been waiting for forever. And you have to respect yourself enough to know that if you're not in the right mind frame, you need to walk away from it and regroup. There are many, like what I want to tell everybody, this is super important. Shit happens all the time, at every moment of every day. You can choose to show up, and at the end of the day, you can say, you know what, it was a really crappy day. Or you can choose to say, hey, for about an hour there, it went off the rails, damn, that sucked. But you know what? The day was pretty damn good, right? Like I got to spend time with my kids, and and so it's about the energy that you choose, and it's the connotation that you put on that energy, right? And there is so much social media. There's so many people doing what we do. There's so many people that do what you do, whatever your profession is, and how you show up and how you're remembered, right, is how people view you. And a reputation is everything. And if you do what you say you're going to do, and you show up, and here's the great thing about energy. It doesn't mean you have to be at a 10 all the time. That's the great thing. You can say, hey, my energy's low today. I feel like being at a 4. And that's okay too. And through that vibration, you have no idea who you're attracting, but you also have no idea what ideas you're attracting. Because when you're moving Mach 30, like I do most of the time, you can't think of anything. You're just trying to get to the next thing. It's not until I slow down, turn off the phone, get in the desert, get in nature, that it allows things to creep in that maybe I've been putting off, or I've been stepping aside. And so, that is a huge thing that people don't understand, because they're trying to get to this arbitrary effing goal, or whatever you want to call it, for somebody else's validation. And understand that when you hit that goal, the needle is going to move further. Because if you're successful and driven, you're never going to hit the goal. So choose the energy of longevity, choose the energy of calmness, choose the energy of confidence, right? And by doing these things, you're attracting the right type of people that you want to attract, because that's what this world's about. I can't tell you how many people tell me that, dude, your energy is like infectious. It's like a fucking fire, right? And that is like I love that. That's amazing. Like, and that's the kind of stuff that you want to show up with. And that's the great thing. You don't have to be me. I have people that work for me or work with me that are low key as hell. I need that around me. If there was like 3 of me, it'd be a barn burner. We just burn the place to the ground. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. So different energies match different things. This is in a female partner. This is in a man partner. This is in a business partner. This is in a job, a boss. And understand the energy that you're bringing up to the table. People are going to either match it, or they're going to be turned off by it. And so just be careful that what energy you're putting out in the universe is kind of what's mirroring back to you. So be very careful, because I have to catch myself when you're around people that are a little more quieter. I have to tone it down a little bit, because it can be overbearing and aggressive, and so that's just something you have to watch. So I hope you got something from this, guys. Thank y'all so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.